Let's go. Yo, what's good everyone? In today's video, we're going to be talking about Horizon. I'm going to be showing you the proper ways to be using her and discussing why she is one of, if not the strongest legends today in Apex. Horizon is a very unique legend for two main reasons. One, her tactical, the gravity lift, is a movement-based utility, but her ultimate, the black hole, is offensive. It's similar to a caustic ultimate in some ways. And there really are no other legends that combine both of these aspects, and therefore it makes for quite a deadly combination. Now, she was slightly nerfed at the beginning of Season 8. They increased her tactical cooldown to 25 seconds, but what you need to know is the lift itself lasts for 10 seconds, and the cooldown begins right when you use the Q. So if you use the whole 10-second gravity lift, you're really only on a 15-second cooldown. Not to mention, it's pretty hard to track someone going up and down the gravity lift and strafing at the top. And it's an ability that her whole team can utilize, once again making her for a very unique legend. There's really no other mechanic in the game that allows you to do something like this and do it so often. And as far as her ultimate goes, well, it's pretty wild. Because of the distance you're able to launch the black hole, and if you combine it with you taking your gravity lift at extreme heights, it gives you even more of an advantage to place it more accurately near your enemies. And if you combine her ultimate with grenades, specifically arc stars, well, it's just a wrap. There's basically no counter. Even if you go to shoot the black hole to destroy it, you're going to take a ton of damage from the grenades exploding. The only real abilities to counter it is 1, another Horizon gravity lift, 2, Wraith's phase, and the third is the off chance someone's playing Watson and has a generator out. But that's very rare. Horizon currently has the highest win rate, and towards the end of Season 7 she had surpassed Wraith for that, which I think had surprised a lot of the devs because Wraith had held that spot for so long. But I believe since Horizon is still such a new legend, they're not as eager to nerf her like they have done to Pathfinder or Wraith. The big nerf probably won't come for a season or two if I had to guess. And the devs have also admitted to acknowledging upon release they knew Horizon would be overpowered, but they wanted people to play her. Unlike the previous legends, Loba, Crypto, Revenant. So they only had her tactical cooldown at 15 seconds, which was actually more like a 5-second cooldown if you're using the whole 10 seconds of the gravity lift. So now Horizon has submerged as a necessity in high-level ranked and has even become regularly picked in competitive Apex. Is she here to stay, or will Apex nerf her more and more? Well, there's been a lot of heated discussions from the pro players and the devs regarding offensive ultimates in the last ring of high-level games. Multiple teams spamming Horizon ults, caustic ults, and Gibby ults doesn't make for a fun time. You don't even get to shoot your gun because you're just dying to all of these ultimates. So on one hand, you have pros wanting all of these abilities to be nerfed or asking for ultimates to be completely disabled in the last ring or two to avoid strictly dying from these abilities, which is understandable on one hand. If you're competing for a ton of money, you probably want a chance to shoot your gun. So you may be asking, why am I bringing this up? Well, it's very apparent that the pro players and high-level content creators tend to get things done in Apex. If they complain enough, the devs definitely listen. They have a huge audience, and the game obviously wants people to be happy if they're playing it. So, is Apex going to disable abilities in the last circle? It doesn't look like it. According to Daniel Klein, lead character developer, he's not sold on that idea quite yet. Now, I realize I started talking about Horizon, and now I'm discussing what changes may be coming to Apex regarding ultimates in the endgame. So how does Horizon tie in? Well, she's the catalyst, essentially, along with Caustic. So in my head, thinking logically, not only will the Caustic ultimate be nerfed, Horizon's will be as well. Or will they do something totally out of left field and mess with her hitbox or alter the gravity lift in some way? Anytime I begin to predict what Apex devs will do to fix something, they surprise me and most of the community. Some people may be wondering why they don't just disable ultimates for competitive play only, and the devs have declined that option as well. They want the game to be relatively the same in all of the forms of play, which I can say makes sense. The reason I keep talking about the competitive woes is because changes tend to come from the top down in Apex. Not always, but as I said, if enough of the popular creators make an issue, Apex has to listen and act. It's a trend I've seen for some time now, whether it's been on Twitter or Reddit or YouTube. Now, I believe a nerf is probably coming to Horizon, and a nerf is definitely coming to Caustic soon. But I also believe we're in for some more crazy changes. According to Daniel Klein, they playtested some exciting changes last night, but then he goes on to mention, unfortunately, it's not for a few more seasons. And to be frank, I have no idea if what changes he thinks are good for the game are necessarily going to be positively accepted among the community. However, with the ALGS returning this weekend, it will make for some interesting developments with legend balancing and potentially game-changing things to come in Apex. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoy Apex content, this is probably a channel you would want to consider subscribing to, but it's completely up to you. Let me know down in the comments. 1. Does Horizon need a nerf? And 2. What do you think about abilities being disabled completely in endgame circles? I'll catch you guys on the next upload. Peace.